This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So, hello everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the YouTube channel. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome you back to my own personal YouTube channel, where this week we're beginning to get back on to the road to Classic Watch 25, a site that can be found at classicwatch25.great/site.net. The site, in fact, had its first classic winner last week as Lady Shenandoah took out the all-age Fillies and Mares Classic to register the first classic victory. Unfortunately, Broadsiding has been beaten in 2 guineas this year. He could bid for redemption this coming Saturday, though, which promises to be another fantastic day of racing in Australia, with 5 Group 1s up for grabs, including the Guineas. ClassicWatch25.great/site.net. Hopefully, more countries will be represented as the year goes on. This horse that we're going to look at today is actually the first horse representing France that is going to appear on the Classic Watch 25 possibles. I do think French racing is very hard to predict. You know, people just guess really and play, and as long as they stay mathematically sound, they should be able to do all right. But me, if I find a well-bred one out in France, I do tend to take a look at it. And the horse in question today is Tito Mo Cen, a colt sired by Uncle Mo out of a dam called Raven's Lady, who herself is sired by Raven's Pass. Trained by Mademoiselle V Head and owned by Yeguada Centurion, who also bred the horse as well. People will see that the horse has had 2 runs and 2 victories so far. The horse won over 1,900 metres on the all-weather at Chantilly on the 14th of February. And then the horse came out and won on his second start, a listed race. In the 9th of March, he dropped back 100 metres to a 1 mile, 1 furlong for the Prix Maurice Caillot on the all-weather at Chantilly, and managed to take the race out. So this horse is unbeaten, 2 out of 2, and he is already a listed winner. People can see that the Racing Post dare not rate the listed Prix Maurice Caillot at Chantilly on the 9th of March, but they did rate his first win of 87 when he beat Amilcare by 7 lengths in a race that we will watch. So basically, an interesting horse this, 2 out of 2. People, when they take a look at the Pedigree Online Thoroughbred database, they will see that they are totally up to date. 2 starts, 2 wins, and 41,000 euros earned in France at 3. First in the Prix Maurice Caillot listed race at Chantilly, patent race horse already, trained by Mademoiselle Victoria Head. All we need this site for really is the dam line. People will see that Tito Mo Cen is dam line 16C. And this video, I'm afraid, if people have tuned into this video hoping to hear me bang on about pedigrees in this video, then they're going to be sadly disappointed. Because before we even get to the first dam, we have to look at Ramatuelle, a filly foaled in 2021, sired by Justify, out of a dam as well, called Raven's Lady. Ramatuelle won 4 of her 9 starts. She was never out of the first 3. 4 wins, 3 seconds and 2 thirds. Earnings of 514,033 UK pounds for Ramatuelle. Ramatuelle had a good career. At 2, she won the Group 2 Prix Robert Papin and the Group 3 Prix Dubois, and was placed at the Group 1 level in the Prix Morny. At 3, the horse won the Group 1 Prix de Forêt over 7 furlongs at Longchamp to secure that vital Group 1 form. The horse was also second in the Group 3 Prix Imprudence at Deauville. And the horse was also classic placed, 3rd in the UK 1,000 guineas in England, and also 3rd in the Coronation Stakes for 3-year-old fillies at Royal Ascot. Very difficult to call this horse a failure. It's fair to say Ramatuel, very good horse. Never out of the first three in her career for the owners. Infinity 9 horses. Écurie de Monco, Hollymount Stud France. Plenty of owners involved in Ramatuel. MV Magnier bought her in November 2024 for $5.1 million. Ramatuel was actually a Classic Watch 24 possible. So rather than bang on too much about the pedigree of Tito Mo Cen, I can just insert a card with the pedigree of Ramatuel in the video. And that is what I will do, and I will do that now. So there's not really any point really to discuss the pedigree at all of this horse, because it's all discussed in the video for Ramatuel. So all we need to do really is close down a few tabs to save on CPU. And we will be able to watch Tito Mo Cen win twice in his two races, at Chantilly. And then we will be able to get on with our lives. The first race the horse ran was on February the 14th, over 1,900 metres, 1 mile or 1.5 furlongs at Chantilly on the all-weather. We will take a look at that race now, and then we will see what we think.
And away, 1900 then. They're all running here for the first time. A few little bit slow to get away. Looks like Azorian was one of the best of the runners away. Tito Mo Cen also in a prominent position. Salam Dubawi and Zingaro were up there as well. Meteor Showers rather keen. Mr. Bryan is at the back of the field with Newman. They begin to settle down, and Tito Mo Cen, the blue and white, just about in front. Another blue and white jacket on the right is Salam Dubawi, who's in second position. Ramsey in white and red colours behind these. Azorian, a yellow cap, a white cap for Zingaro against the running rail, but possibly Amil Kerr, who's 3 off the rails, is in 4th place ahead of that last named pair. Starak is next, then Meteor Shower, and Teal. It's grey and red against the running rail. Wider of it, Normandy Man in red and white, and Mr. Bryan in yellow and blue is at the rear, on their way towards home. And Tito Mo Cen, market leader, sitting out in front here, so almost 2 ahead now. Salam Dubawi in second position. Then in third place is Ramsey. Amil Kerr behind those, Azorian ridden along, and then comes Zingaro. Behind Zingaro is Starak, and then Normandy Man and Meteor Shower. Into the home straight, they've got 400 to go. Tito Mo Cen, ridden along in front's got a 3-length lead. From in second position, Amil Kerr. Salam Dubawi is in behind this. Azorian comes next. There's 200 metres to go. It's a 5-length lead for Tito Mo Cen, who's pushed out by Pasquier on the run to the line, but is in no danger of being caught. And 12, Tito Mo Cen wins. Second place will be Amil Kerr. Third will be close with Zingaro. Coming up on the inside, might have got third position from Salam Dubawi. Didn't move very well behind that.
Very interesting performance there.
Tito Mo Cen.
Shut the commentator up quickly. Very interesting performance there, I thought, from Tito Mo Cen. The horse looks vastly different from Ramatuel, doesn't it? The 2021 incarnation out of Ravens Lady. There looked to be a lot more pace out of Ramatuel. She struggled arguably to get the mile, even though she was placed in a Classic and the Coronation Stakes. She managed to achieve her Group 1 victory over 7 furlongs in the pre-foray. But this one, to me, Tito Mo Cen, looks to have no trouble at all in getting a trip, does he? If that was based on his first debut over 1 mile and 1.5 furlongs. We're going to take a look at the second race now, which was a listed race back at Chantilly in the 9th of March, the Prix Maurice Caillot. Back on the all-weather for 3-year-olds, and this really is the first stepping stone, I would say, that the horse would have to clear to get on the channel. And the fact that we're talking about it would indicate that he had cleared it, which would be a fair assumption to make. So let's take a look at the listed pre-Maurice Kayo at Chantilly and see what we think. Shall we?
That's it, we're all set. Race 4 Chantilly. And away they go. 1,800 metres the trip here then for a listed contest for 3-year-olds. A little bit slow was Al Ali leaving the starting stalls, but Tito Mo Cen was quite the opposite and broke well for Stéphane Pasquier to lead up towards the centre of the course. He's being closely followed by Curra Camp in the early strides, and Gawar is also fairly handy. Down towards the inside, purple and white colours of Ho Hen Schwangau, and deepest of all in the Wertheimer silks is Extra Pol. Tracking them through his fly half, racing in pink and blue. We have the grey Stormy Donald second last, and the slow starting Al Ali is the back marker as they begin to lean right-handed, racing towards the end of the back straight. And it's Tito Mo Cen who leads. 1 run, 1 win in a maiden here at Chantilly last time. Leads by 3/4 of a length to Extra Pol, who also won over this track on debut on his only previous start. And they're closely followed in third by Ho Hen Schwangau, who's won twice at Consommé in recent weeks. 3/4 of a length away in fourth to Gawar, followed by Stormy Donald, who's moving up through on the inside of Curra Camp, who's got the red sleeves. 2 lengths away to Fly Half, who races alongside Al Ali at the rear of the field. And as they come to the top of the home straight, Tito Mo Cen is beginning to just move up through the gears and is now pressed by Extra Pol more firmly on the outside. Ho Hen Schwangau racing third on the inner, now just weaving between runners. Here's Curra Camp being stoked up by Sumion and now dives towards the far rail. Gawar's rider outside to pick up, and it's Tito Mo Cen coming towards the 200, and a faller there. Ho Hen Schwangau on the flat, managed to avoid Curra Camp, who's out in the clear after Tito Mo Cen. Tito Mo Cen from Curra Camp, these two on from the others. Tito Mo Cen doing enough and makes all 2 from 2. Beat Curra Camp in second. Third, Al Ali came from the back, and then came Gawar. So a win for number 8, Tito Mo Cen.
Terrible fall there on the flat. Always concerning to see them go down on the flat like that. And I hope that connections of the faller are okay. But yes, another very uncomplicated performance there by Tito Mo Cen. It's fair to say the horse just seems to gallop, quicken from the front. And nobody in his 2 starts as of yet have managed to get past him. Obviously, tougher tasks await this unbeaten 2 out of 2 listed all-weather winner. Starting on the turf, probably at some point. Will be interesting to see how the horse is campaigned. He has we're going to take a look now, hopefully, as the website loads, at the entries the horse has got. You'll see there that the horse has entered in the Grand Prix de Paris, the Prix de Jockey Club, and the Guineas, the SI Poulain. And he's also reached the second engagement stage of 2 very interesting trials. One on the 6th of April, the Prix La Force, which is really a Guineas trial. And then one on the 13th of April, the Prix Noailles, which is more of a middle distance trial. So the horse definitely heading in the right direction at this point, heading towards the turf trials. And it will be interesting to see how Tito Mo Cen will get on. Is he a classic horse? Well, time will tell. The 2021 incarnation Ramatuelle, I think she always struggled to stay the mile. The way she was ridden, she was always there for a closer to close on, and that was seen in the UK Guineas. This colt, to me, sired by Uncle Mo, looks a lot more uncomplicated. You know, just get it out in front, and hopefully this different racing style will lead to Tito Mo Cen figuring in more classics than Ramatuelle. Ramatuelle only ran in the 1 classic, the UK Guineas. They never even tried her in the French Guineas, and they never even tried her in the middle distance, 1 mile, 2.5 furlongs, French Oaks. This one for me, this colt, seems certain, I think, really, to stay the mile. He's already proved, I think, he stays the mile in his first 2 runs round the Chantilly all-weather. So it will remain very interesting to see how Tito Mo Cen progresses through his 3-year-old campaign. Right, thank you very much to everybody for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's always appreciated to see you here back again on my own personal YouTube channel. What I will do is I will leave you a copy of all the Classic Watch 2025 possibles. So you will be able to see all of them in a playlist at your leisure. And I will also give those who have watched this video without subscribing, I will give you all an opportunity to subscribe to the channel as well, should you wish. But for now, I think we can end this video here. Let's see how Tito Mo Cen goes, the first French horse on the Classic Watch 25 possibles list. Always good to break new ground. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching the video. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and goodbye.